What is up, Lions Nation? I am the Soul Man,
And this is Statman.
and that is the Statman right over there. What's up, Statman? How has your Saturday been, my friend?
Oh, it was pretty boring at work. Went in this morning at 8 a.m. Didn't do a whole lot, but a little bit of cleaning, a couple walk-in customers, but pretty nonchalant. I got home and I actually took a nap today. So that was a first for me in a long time.
Yeah, my day was not very exciting either at work today, and then I came home and ended up dozing off for a few minutes too. So hey man, that's the end of my week though. Today was my Friday, so I'm happy about that.
Well, we needed to get that beauty sleep for the show,
That's right. That's right. So Statman, before we get into the pregame, welcome in whoever's watching, welcome in. Make sure you throw yourselves in the comments. Let us know you're here, peoples. First things first, the subscribers, Statman, 263 subscribers on that way to 500. Thank you. Thank you to the new subscribers. And if you're watching, you have not subscribed, it would be really awesome if you did.
Hey, it's going up. The numbers are going up. And I figured out a way to do the giveaway because I know a lot of our subscribers are not publicly available for us to see that you're subscribed to us. So the way that we're going to do it, once we hit 350 subscribers, you're going to have to reach out to either me or the Soul Man via Facebook Messenger, or we're also on TikTok. Reach out to us, show us proof that you're subscribed, and you'll be entered into that drawing for the signed memorabilia.
So we have a couple other announcements, Statman, for tonight. First and foremost, last Wednesday, we had a guest on the show, Mr. Perry, and we have made the decision that Perry is going to be joining us every Wednesday night for our NFL Pick'em show, and down the road may be joining us for this show as well. But we're going to see how it goes and see how he's feeling about things. So we got to welcome Perry onto the team. So excited to have him as part of the podcast moving forward. And lastly, unfortunately, people, I was not able to do what I initially thought I was going to do with TikTok, but we have decided as a podcast to move our Wednesday night Pick'em show is moving over to TikTok live. That's right. We'll be live on TikTok every Wednesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern, same time. Our pregame and postgame show still here for you on YouTube and Facebook Live. But Wednesday nights, we're going over to TikTok, Statman.
And what else? Another thing that helps while we're on TikTok too, tap that screen if you're watching us live, and then share it. Share it out to anybody that you think might be interested in watching us pick the winners of the games. It just helps us out. We're also trying to draw more of the crowd from TikTok over to YouTube to our pregame and postgame shows. So it's really important. We want to gain subscribers here on YouTube. So we're just taking this extra avenue on TikTok to do so. So
yeah, man, I'm excited about it. Definitely it's a whole different look on TikTok, but excited to get over there and have some fun on Wednesday nights with all those TikTokers. It's a cool thing, Statman. It's a cool thing.
Yeah, TikTok is awesome. You get a lot of people, we just come up right on their For You page and they're like, oh, let's stop and see what they're talking about. Sometimes we get some great conversations out of just random people finding us on their For You pages. So We love being able to communicate back and forth with the community. We want to hear your questions. We want to try to answer fantasy football questions if you got it. We'll try our best to keep up with all the comments. Sometimes it gets kind of hectic, so we might miss one here or there. And if we do, just re-comment the same thing, and we'll eventually get to it. So who we got anybody in here yet?
We got 3 people in here, and our first comment is in, and it is the one and only P-Dubs is in the house.
What's
Perry,
up, P-Dub?
Our newest show member is in the house. Excited, Perry, to have you aboard the podcast as part of the team, and excited for Wednesday nights. Hopefully you got your half hour in today or are planning on getting that in soon.
Make sure you get your picks for next week too after these games, so you have it ready for Wednesday as well.
I will do the same thing I've been doing. I will send each of here's what's going to be changing with the picks. I am going to send you the slate of games like I usually do, but you're not going to send them back to me. You're going to mark your own picks on there, and because you can put it up on TikTok behind you.
Okay.
When you're live, so we'll just all have our picks right behind us on the screen. Bada bing, bada boom. Dar's in the house, says, "What's up? What's up, Dar?
What's up, brother? What's up, brother?"
We're just kind of hanging out, chatting for a few minutes, letting some people stroll on in. Oh, Perry says TikTok is done today, just tomorrow, and he'll be ready to go. He said, "Sound good about the picks."
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Perry. We're excited. We let everybody know. I don't know if you caught it, but we let everybody know that you're going to be a part of the podcast team now on Wednesdays. So looking forward to that. First things first thing I want to jump into, of course, is Statman's poll question of the week. And I can't wait to hear from you, Statman, on why you chose this question and what you think about the response. So without further ado, the question was, which of these 3 players do you think need to have a great performance against Cleveland to get the win? This was, last time I looked, Hutchinson had 100% of the votes, Terry Arnold 0, and Tyleik Williams 0. Statman, was that the result you're looking for from the nation, or did you think it was going to go a different way? And how did you come up with your question this week?
I kind of figured everybody's going to lean toward Hutch. My honest opinion, I don't ever vote on my own poll questions just because I feel like it taints it a little bit. I just want to hear from the nation. I already kind of know what my answer is. My answer would have been Terry and Arnold. I want to see a little bit more from him. Also, Tyleik Williams. I think he needs to be effective in the middle to be able to open up Hutch. So that's why I kind of picked those 3 players, and Hutch obviously is Hutch. So we're trying to see that spark back from him, that same guy we seen before the injury. And that's a great question, Dar. Jack Campbell. He could have been another option in there. I leave it open, so if you wanted to add an option to my poll questions, I always have that option for anybody in the nation that wants to add something or thinks I missed an answer that should be in there.
Appropriate. Hey, this is something huge. This is something huge. My coworker Ryan, I kept telling him to watch our show, and he kept saying he was going to watch it, and he just popped in. So I got to give a shout out to Ryan for popping in. Thank you, Ryan, for coming in and watching. Appreciate you, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you, Ryan. Make sure you share it to any of your friends that might be Lions fans or family members. Appreciate any support.
Yeah, Statman, I liked this week's question a lot, and I think that any one of these guys could have been picked. I do like Dar's comment about Campbell as well, but I picked. I'll go right out and say I picked Hutchinson for a reason, and that was because Hutchinson broke his leg. We all know that. Has he been the same Hutchinson? No, I don't think so. Not yet. I still think there's another gear that we haven't seen Hutchinson get to yet, and I think he's getting there. I'm just waiting for that, that performance like he had going last year. I'm just waiting for that to jumpstart again. I think that's why I went more with Hutch. I agree with Terry and Arnold being a choice here because I want you to explain what you saw from the defensive coordinators, what he had to say about Terry and Arnold, and then I'll finish.
Well, basically, he said don't put it all on him. He's still a young player, and he puts him out there on an island for a reason. And when you're out there on an island with some of the top receivers, you're going to get beat sometimes. But he said you also need to focus on the defensive line not getting there fast enough to disrupt the play because it could help our defensive backs out, especially somebody young like Terry and Arnold. I think Terry and Arnold is a great talent. He's young. He's going to make mistakes. He's going to have those DPIs. I think he leads the league in DPIs right now through the first 3 weeks. And it's to be expected. I mean, you're putting him up out there on his own, no help over top. When you're bringing, 7, 8 guys into the box to stop runs, I mean, it's going to be expected. You're going to see that happen. And you just got to expect that he's not going to be able to stop every single play. Everyone makes mistakes in the league, and you see it all over.
I don't know if you noticed or not, but you can't see me anymore.
I can see you now.
I can see part of my hand. That's it. That's all I can see. I don't know what happened.
I can see all of you.
Well, I can't.
So it might be your screen.
Yeah, something's going on there. I can't see that's going on. I don't know if it's gonna show up that way afterwards. So I'm gonna see if I can fix it real quick, guys.
Sorry for the technical difficulties. We will be back with you shortly. Anybody got any questions? Throw them out there. Be happy to answer.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing it. I have no idea how to fix it. It's something to do with my camera on my phone.
I don't know. I can see all of you on my end, and I can hear you. So
that's good. At least as long as I know that you can.
Ask everybody in the chat if they can see you. That'll tell you what it's going to look like when it's published.
Well, I'm going to bring up I'm just going to roll with it since you can see me. I'm sure it's fine. Perry said he can see me too. It's just my end I can't see me. So that's weird.
Yeah,
but
just on your end. Injury
report for this weekend for Sunday. This is the last injury report that I've seen as a Saturday. Statman, we got Cunningham. Zach Cunningham's out with a hamstring. And then we have Daniel Thomas out with a forearm. Vaki is out with a groin injury. And then Decker and Muhammad are questionable for Sunday. But from what I was looking at, it seems like those two are going to be a go for Decker and Muhammad. But your thoughts on the injury report this week?
Yeah, I mean, Vaki, he's been kind of battling an injury all year. And then Cunningham, he must have did something to his hamstring when he came in that Ravens game. He had that nice stop against Lamar. I mean, Decker's always on the injury report, so
he is.
And then Muhammad, if he fights through injuries like he fights through offensive lines, I'm not worried about it at all.
No, I looked at the injury report. I was definitely not that concerned about it. Now, Statman, it's time. We need to get into the game here. We have the head-to-head matchup between the Lions and the Browns. The Lions pass offense, which is ranked 5th, versus the Browns pass defense, which is ranked 18th. And then you have the Lions run offense, which is ranked 2nd, against the Browns run defense, which is ranked number 1. And then we have the Browns pass offense 31st against the Lions pass defense, which is ranked 23rd. And the Browns run offense 16th versus the Lions run defense 4th. So Statman, looking at those numbers, this is just by the numbers, it looks like for both teams on the defensive side, the strongest part is the run defense. And the passing defense is a weaker part, which I think we've seen with the Lions anyway. But just going off the numbers, stat man, your thoughts on the head-to-head comparison for this week?
Well, if you're going specifically off the stat numbers, it looks like the Lions are going to have to try to make the Browns bite on the play action. Bite on the play action. And then defensively, I mean, it looks like we have the advantage all the way across the board. And I think our offensive line, as long as we can pass to set up the run, I think we'll be able to run the ball effectively against the Browns. I think it's going to be closer than what people think. I think the Browns defense is coached very well by Jim Schwartz, our former head coach. And I think he's going to have his game plan pretty solid. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think if you look at it, I think that the Browns are going to have to stop our run game, which is probably one of our strongest parts of our offense right now. But this is tough because you talk about it and it's like we know what the game plan has to be for the Lions. We know. Run the ball, establish the run game so you can throw the ball. Like it's usually comes down to that.
Well, I think play action is going to be key because if they're stacking the box trying to stop the run because they're the top run defense in the league right now statistically, you got to set up the run by passing the ball effectively because it'll make them play softer on the defensive line and not push as hard.
Dar says this will be a golf game. JMO, St. Brown, and Tesla will eat.
I've been thinking about starting golf in my fantasy league and kind of on the fence on it. Golf or Jared Allen?
You mean Josh Allen?
Or Josh Allen. Sorry, yeah, I misspoke. I don't know why I was thinking Jared Allen.
You know,
he's retired.
That you make a good point, and so does Dar. That Browns defensive line, it might be tough to get that run game going. So if this game comes down to having to pass the ball, are the Lions, in your opinion, are they safe?
I don't necessarily think they're safe. I think our defense is going to have to step it up big. I mean, they're going to be the ones winning us the game because if we can keep pressure on Joe Flacco, and he's old, you want a slower quarterback in the league than Jared Goff, he's your guy. And he can't run very far. They got good receivers. They got a good running back. So I think if we use the same type of game plan we did against the Ravens, I think we'll be very effective defensively.
Yeah, I mean, if the Lions play like I agree with you, if the Lions play like they did against Baltimore, I think Flacco is going to be in some trouble. He's going to be under some heat all game long if it comes out the same way. I don't think I have a whole lot of concerns as far as the defensive side of the ball for the Lions goes. My only concern is going to be whether we can get the run game going or not against that defensive line of the Browns. I think that's my biggest concern as far as head to head is going to be that. Perry says Joe Flacco, too old, 300 plus rushing for Lions this week.
I mean, you can take advantage of the aggressive pass rush by the Browns. I don't know if you remember when Jim Schwartz was our head coach, but we'd always run that wide 9 technique. And what would always happen is our defensive line would rush so far up the field, they would do a draw play and the running back was free, wide open. I think that's going to be an effective weapon for them with Jahmyr Gibbs, especially with that speed, but also David Montgomery. Because once they get into that second level of linebackers, safeties, it's going to be tough to bring them down.
Yeah, and I did see you might have saw it too. The interview with Montgomery was doing the podcast with Amon-Ra, and they asked him about being called a power back. Did you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, he don't like that. He does not like that at all. Being a power back. It's funny. I don't know. I think I think our defense is going to handle this one this week. Honestly, I think we're going to be all over Flacco, and that's going to control the game. I think the defense is going to control that game. Dar says, I think Browns run D will probably hold us under 150 rushing yards, but Browns pass defense is garbage. Yeah. Perry says JMO will get 75 plus yards rushing, maybe more.
You think he's gonna get some end arounds? Jet sweeps?
Maybe.
Could happen.
I think maybe Perry wants that to happen more than anything.
I mean, it's possible.
I need the running game to be successful.
I do as well because I have Jahmyr Gibbs and you have David Montgomery.
Yes.
I feel your pain.
I need it to happen this week. I need it to happen. Yeah, overall, I say, man, I don't think that I'm not worried. I hate saying this, but maybe I just got too high of a head from the Ravens game, but I think the Lions can win. I agree with you. I think it might be closer than what everybody thinks, but I honestly think our defense is going to step up this week and they are going to just shut down the Browns offense, and then easy peasy. Lions control the game and win.
Yeah, technical difficulties here. Give me a second.
Statman's having technical difficulties. I can't see myself. I don't know what's. I can actually see myself, but it's only like a little smidgen on the screen that I can see. I don't know what's happening tonight. We're all full of technical difficulties. Game time tomorrow is at, I believe, 1 p.m. This is a 1 p.m. game for the Lions.
Had to fix lighting in here. My ring light went out.
You just quit?
Yes.
Oh.
So I had to walk over here, get it plugged in, and to charge it.
Oh, it's charges?
Yeah.
Okay, that explains it. I was like, how did it go out? Just got it. Yeah, Statman has a ring light now, everyone.
And you can see the quality difference with it. It looks a lot better.
Yeah.
This light has like shadows, like this part of my face.
Yeah, the Lions game. I wanted to make sure the Lions game is at 1 p.m. tomorrow on Fox. And
Yeah, it's 1
thankfully
p.m.
for me, no, it's at 1.
Yeah, 1 p.m.
Yeah,
That's what it is.
I thought you said 4 p.m. Thankfully for me, the Packers are playing at 8:20, so I get to watch the game this week. Woo-hoo, woo-hoo. So far, I've watched every one. I haven't missed one yet, but
I don't know. They might air the Chicago game. You never know.
there would be problems in my house if that happened.
They like every team better than the Detroit Lions up in the UP.
No, they usually, if the Packers play a different time, they always put the Lions game on. I've never seen them not do that, but
I think if you're in Michigan, it should air the Lions game regardless. I don't give a fuck where you're at in Michigan.
We talked about this before, but some people may not know, but I'm literally like an hour and a half to one side, and then I could be in Lions territory and I get all the Lions games.
That's crazy.
Just got to move across the UP a little bit, and I'd be fine.
Apparently.
There's literally a line that just goes up. So dumb. All right. Well, I'm just double checking to make sure I put everything in here that we needed to cover. That's it. Statman, that's it. That's everything today. That's all it's everything. So I don't know. Overall, final thought.
Final thought is I'm going to give a score prediction here.
All right.
I don't usually do this.
Oh, Dar did too. I'll put his up after we're done.
I'm going to say Lions 31. Browns 14. Final score.
I like that. I like that score. I'm gonna go Browns 10, Lions 42.
Man, you think you're gonna put a spanking on them, huh?
Oh yeah, we got this. Dar said the Lions 28-13 Browns.
Final thoughts. Jim Schwartz is gonna come into Ford Field, get booed. Lions are gonna come out with that victory. And
I don't know.
it's gonna be a sweet, sweet victory Monday.
Jim Schwartz had a lot of good stuff to say about Detroit though. When they are talking to him about the Lions game. He had a lot of good things to say.
Yeah, he's still a traitor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't
He
need
got
him.
fired.
We don't need him. All right, everybody. Well, on behalf of myself and the Stat Man, this has been We Are Lions Nation podcast. We will see you guys all Monday for the post game. Oh, shoot. Wow. I almost did it, Stat Man. I almost did it. I almost forgot. Do it.
What'd you forget? What'd you forget? I want
Statman
to hear you say it.
Statman has to sing the fight song, and I almost skipped right over it. Wow.
All right, Lions
Wow.
Nation. You know how the Stat Man does it. You know how We Are Lions Nation podcast live does it. I always sing the fight song every pregame at the end of the show, just to give the Lions that little extra oomph to get that W. Forward down the field, a charging team that will not yield. And when the blue and silver wave, stand and cheer the brave. Rah, 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 go hard, win the game. With honor you will keep your fame. Down the field and gain a Lions victory. Go Lions! One pride. Appreciate everybody that hopped in here. Thank you for the comments.
Yeah,
Stat
we'll
Man
see you
out.
guys all Monday night.